It's a common misconception in some people's minds that offers are a cash burner. But that is far from true. Time and again, studies have shown that offers can be a great tool to expand your business.
Your motive not only helps in designing the offer strategy, but also helps in figuring out the success of your offers against your business goals.
As a consumer, I've always been intrigued by discovering the best deal for a best offer by exploring multiple platforms. I'm sure most of us will relate to it. In fact, in one of the surveys, 90% of the respondents surveyed indicated that they've utilized at least a coupon or a discount code once in the past 1 year. But this isn't as simple as it sounds. We know that offer is a go-to-market practically for all retail businesses. So today we thought we'll try unfold the nitty-gritties behind discounting and offers. Joining me today are my counterparts, Ashutosh from business and Pranesh from product, to unfold and discuss more on this. Hey folks, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Pragya.
Okay, let's start about speaking with criticalities of offers. What significance do offers play in the life cycle of a business, and is this not a form of a financial expenditure?
So, it's a common misconception in some people's minds that offers are a cash burner. But that is far from true. Time and again, studies have shown that offers can be a great tool to expand your business. Customers which come in during a promotional period tend to stay and give you repeat business, not to mention the increase in your GMV and ticket size. So, if used properly, this could be a great tool to improve your business, and it provides a favorable ROI to you.
Got it. Okay. So let's start with the implementation now. Now that we have understood the importance of it in any business, if a business would want to start with running the offers, what should be the starting point? What are the key factors, say at the top level, that have to be considered?
Sure. So basically, when a business wants to run an offer or a campaign, so there are like 5 key factors or prerequisites that they need to follow to run the campaign, right? So let's delve deeper into the very foundation of crafting an offer, which is the why. So for a business to run an offer, it is very important for them to pinpoint what is the motive behind running an offer. So to start with, whether they want to increase the brand loyalty, or if they want to increase their order value, or if they want to attract new customers, or if they want to shell off some products from their inventory. So these underlying assumptions or underlying motive will define how we are going to design your offer and how we are going to execute it. So moving on, next is what you will design. You will figure out whom are you going to target. This is where your segmentation comes into play. Offers can be tailored based on based on your buying intent. So for a high intent customer, offers can be the final nudge for the conversion. In case of low intent customers, attractive offers can nudge them and move them towards a conversion funnel. So the next part is where you figure out, okay, I know whom I want to target. Now I want to know how I can go about it. Offers comes in many forms. So what we have observed, a common distinction is coupons and non-coupon based offers. So coupons adds an extra layer of engagement, and it also helps in higher level of trackability. In case of non-coupon based offers, it reduces the friction between the customers, and it gets auto-applied on the checkout journey. The next part is where we talk about what kind of gratification which you want to give to the customers. So here, offers can give you instant gratification in terms of your instant discounts or your no-cost discounts, or a delayed gratification in terms of your cashbacks or rewards or loyalty points. The choice is with the merchant, with depending on their brand strategy, whether they want to have an instant gratification which should provide a quick win, or if they want to build a long-term loyalty, then they can go ahead with the delayed gratification, which is a loyalty rewards or a cashback offer.
Okay.
So the final step, which is the most important step, is your funding of the offer. So it is crucial to know that what is the cost which you're going to incur, and whether it's getting aligned with the anticipated return of interest, which you're going to expect from your offer. So in order to fund this offer, you can either do 100% funding yourselves, or you can go ahead and partner with issuers or your partners to have a part funding. And depending on the payment method and payment instrument, you can do a different level of partnership with these uh, partners and procure the offers from them as well. So this running a offer campaign is completely about how strategic and intentional you are with the offers. Your motive not only helps in designing the offer strategy, but also helps in figuring out the success of your offers with against your business goals.
Got it. Okay. So, to start with, it is very important for a business to understand the whys, the whom's, how they want to run it, the benefit, and the sourcing of the offers, right? So these are the initial steps that have to be taken for when a business plans to run any offers. Got it. You used a term, a high intent and a low intent. Can you help us understand that better?
Sure. So high intent are the customers who already are interested in your product and they are willing to, they have come up to your cart stage and they are just having one small nudge for the conversion. Those are the high intent customers. And low intent customers are typically, they have the shopping behavior where they just go through the your cart, go through your product page and just browse through, see what are the products available on the cart. They might not have high intention of purchasing the product, but they if they have a small nudge, uh, they could be converted into your paying customers.
Got it. Okay, sure. Um, you spoke about cashback and discount. So, in particularly with respect to the settlement, right? What does that process, changes any way for, a business running a discount, which is the instant gratification versus a cashback? Is there any change in how the settlement happens or anything with respect to, the process of it?
So let me take that. So, on the face of it, the monetary value provided by either a cashback or an instant discount are effectively the same. If you're getting 100 rupees cashback or discount, works out the same for the customer ultimately. However, the constructs of the two are very different. For instant gratification, you go on the platform, you see 100 rupees coupon code or 100 rupee discount scheme. For 1,000 rupees product, you end up paying 900. But for cashbacks, you pay the 1,000 rupees upfront and the merchant will provide the 100 rupees credit at a later date. Now, instant discounts are used to attract the customer at that point, and cashbacks can be used to build a loyalty over time. For instance, you can provide a cashback in an instrument of your choice, and most of the times the instrument is generally a payment instrument where you want to build some loyalty. For instance, the merchant's own wallet. You go to the website, you make a payment through UPI, but the cashback comes into your wallet. So the next time you go to that website again, you will use that cashback to avail the discount on the next purchase. So hence the term delayed gratification. You're getting the 100 rupees discount on your next purchase, and hence the loyalty construct comes in.
Got it. Got it. So essentially, customer will have to make at least one repeat purchase.
At least one, and technically you can keep doing it again and again to keep the customer engaged.
Got it. Okay. So there's another very interesting type of offer that we generally see in the coupons and the discount section on the business portals, which is a no-cost EMI or a low-cost EMI, right? So could you help us understand, number one, the difference between low-cost EMI and a no-cost EMI offer, and the maths behind it, right? What exactly gets absorbed by whom, because there are multiple entities when it comes to EMI. So if you can help, break that down for us.
Right. So EMI, as you know, is bank construct where the bank earns money on the interest. So for instance, there's a 10,000 rupees product, the bank you convert it into a EMI, whether you're buying a phone or an apartment, the bank earns on the interest that they charge you year on year, right? Low cost and no cost EMI are essentially offers. That is the way by which a merchant discounts the product in a way that the customer does not end up paying the entire interest amount.
Okay.
Let me break it down mathematically. So let's say you're buying a phone worth rupees 15,000 rupees. The EMI is at 12% spread over a year. So you're paying 12 installments. At the end of the year, you'll end up paying around 16,000 rupees with each installment of 1,333 rupees. Now the product cost is 15,000. That belongs to the merchant, which the merchant takes. And the 1,000 rupees which you paid extra, that goes into the bank's pocket
Okay.
by way of interest.
Interest. Okay.
Now, let's say the merchant decides that I want to discount on the EMI side to nudge customers who want to buy on EMI, but paying 1,000 rupees extra, it's a decision. So what the merchant does is that they discount your EMI by paying the EMI out of their own pocket. So ultimately, you pay 15,000 spread across 12 months. The bank still takes their 1,000 rupees, but the merchant only earns 14,000 rupees. So overall, you ended up paying 15,000 rupees instead of 16,000. The 1,000 rupees hit has been taken by the merchant. Now you can guess that since this is a no-cost EMI model versus a full-cost EMI model, and low-cost EMI falls somewhere in between, wherein the merchant decides that they will absorb some amount of the interest, but will pass on the rest of it to the customers.
Okay. So in no cost EMI, the interest benefit is what gets to the customer. Right? They don't have to pay the interest. Right? That becomes an offer essentially. And in low cost, it may not be the 100% of this value, but could be some percentage.
Let's say it's a 70, yes.
Yeah.
So to elaborate it further, let's say it's a 70% low cost.
Hmm.
So in that case, rupees 700 will be funded by the merchant, and the customer will bear 300 rupees of interest instead of the full 1,000 rupees.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now that we understand, that these are the starting points where a merchant has to identify the target audience, the type of offer, and find other details, what must be the finer checks and balances that have to be kept in mind so that, the overusage of offers is avoided or can be avoided, because offers, as we all know, are very catchy. They can attract some notorious activities. So there has to be some guardrails that that merchant or a business must abide by, right? So that potential loss can be, taken care of.
Exactly, Pragya. So offers, as you mentioned, right, is one system where it is more prone to abusers and all these notorious activities. So it is crucial for the merchants to ensure that all the checks and balances are in place. And he has to define, as a merchant, he has to define what this offer specifically applies to. Let's break down. Let's take it from amount level, which is a very basic thing. So, for example, if you want to give offer only when your minimum cart amount exceeds certain value, and if you don't want to give the offer if the cart value exceeds some certain amount, these needs to be specified. And the next is if you are e-commerce merchant or if you are a D2C merchant, you might want to give the offer only on the certain components of your cart, right? For example, you might not want to include delivery charge, your tax, all these components in your offer application. So these should also be excluded when you are configuring the offer. So these checks and balances are the merchant has to ensure so that the offers remains attractive while also maintaining the integrity of the offer itself. The next thing is coming to, for example, if you take a D2C merchant, they might want to run offers on certain products. They might not want to run on all the products. So, for example, if they want to, if they have a seasonal sale where they want to shell off some products, or they have a launch where they want to focus on certain products, they can configure offers only for those specific products so that you can drive the traffic to those products and ensure that offers acts like a inventory management system itself for the merchant. Then comes your customer level targeting. So you don't want the offer to be too generic and too broad for the audience. So here you place the customer level checks and all your customer level targeting, where you want to target based on a PIN code or customer ID or email or any customer level or any cohort level checks. All these checks can be placed so to ensure that it reaches a right audience and it doesn't get diluted. And next comes your velocity checks. Velocity checks is where you want to prevent abuse of an offer and prevent overuse. So this is to ensure that the respective, for a customer doesn't avail more than n number of times, so that you can restrict the customer email or phone number to a certain limit. Then comes your timed offers, wherein you want to specify, I want this offer to be active only during the weekends. So here you need to specify the particular period of the week, so that the offer doesn't get activated to the entire period, and it gets activated only in the particular period, and you don't need to go and manually pause or start the offer in that particular period. So this basically reduces your burden as well as ensures that the offers are attractive to the customers in that particular offer period itself. And towards the last, you need to again, if your offer is applicable only on certain uh, particular payment methods. For example, if you partner with some issuer and if that issuer wants to run the offer only on certain set of bins or certain set of customer IDs, so these can also be set up in the payment method level itself. So yeah, these are the certain checks and balances which the merchant has to put to ensure that whatever is his business goal has been met.
Got it. So, just as a recap and to summarize, because there are a lot of factors, right? It could start with, say, order value, a particular cohort or a subgroup, a payment method, or on the total value or a component of the total value. So essentially, these are some of the configurations which can be added to ensure that the velocities, the limits, allowable limits are met, and the overutilization of offers can be avoided.
Exactly. So with these checks and balances, merchants can confidently run their offers, ensuring that they have put these checks in place so that their strategy becomes a success.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
More than they can be configured, I feel they must be configured to some level. Otherwise, it's always prone to abuse or overuse.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. See, like I was mentioning, now that we know that what is going to be the target audience, a business has procured an offer or multiple offers from their partners. We have the providers, we have the receivers. There are multiple factors, right? As we are speaking and as we are getting deeper into it, that are coming across. So, looks like that there has to be checks at multiple levels, right? So, and we all know, right, for a business, offer is just not a one-time activity. They are periodic. Now, the period could vary depending on the industry and depending on the type of business. But it is now sounding extremely essential to have, a simplified or I would say a fundamental framework which can help deal with these day-to-day operations or the recurring, activities which come in with configuring and maintaining everything with respect to offers. How can a business go about dealing with all of this so that offers reach the right audience at the right time, to the right people?
You're right, actually. So, managing and maintaining offers is a very challenging task operationally, right? And that's why we at Juspay have come up with Juspay's offers engine. So, which simplifies the offers construct to a great extent for the merchants. All they have to do is procure the offer. After that, they can simply load the offer on Juspay's dashboard. Juspay will take care of visibility as well as execution. So right from making it a no-code solution, because you only have to deal with the dashboard, which is a login, to actually making sure that the configurability is very simple. It is text. There is text or file uploads. That's how simple we have made it.
Okay.
And to providing many controls to the merchants, activating an offer, deactivating an offer, pausing an offer, or even running it like happy hours. Pranesh just mentioned that some merchants run it over weekends, or sometimes sale starts at 12 o'clock. If that happens regularly, then you're working at least one person, overworking at least one person in your organization who's up at 12, clicking on, at 2 a.m. clicking off, right? Juspay takes care of all that. You can basically schedule an offer, right? To providing analytics, real-time data, and reports to help you reconcile the offers. So all in all you have to do, as I mentioned earlier, you just need to procure the offer and load them on Juspay and forget all about it. It's become that simple.
Got it. So I'm sure, see, as a TSP, we have been there in the business solving multiple challenges, right? With respect to payments. Has there been any learnings that we have got from our interactions with the business partners, which has led to further evolvement of the product?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Pragya, so as a TSP, we need to maintain the neutrality, and that is why our offer engine is PG agnostic. Over the period of last 2-3 years, it has evolved a lot, and it has solved for a lot of complex use cases. While maintaining the precision, it has to
Ensure.
ensure. So with this, some of the, I mean, we have faced some cases where over a period of last 1 year, we have seen merchants, we have onboarded some merchants who had a lot of offers which has to be configured in a month. So for every month, they had to configure around 500 to 600 offers. This is a huge pain point which we observe, and it used to take them at least a week to configure an offer. So for example, if you want to activate an offer in the month of April, like 1st of April, and they will their offers operation team will sit for a week to configure all those offers. So we thought, okay, this is a huge pain point, and we took it as an opportunity, and we built a bulk upload module wherein all these offers can be configured in a single upload itself, so that their operations work will reduce drastically. And we saw literally that their operations work reduced from a week to less than a hour. It has reduced. So this was a huge difference which we observed, and which we have built in the last year. And the other thing is, especially in the ops part, where they need to do analytics and reporting for these offers. So what we have observed was every day the product team or the operations team try to figure out, okay, what is the budget which has incurred for every day. And these are some things which are included in the offer constraint itself, like having a budget level constraint within the offer. And we also started sending, we also have customized reports which will be sent every day to the merchant saying, okay, these are the offer transaction, what is the budget incurred. All these reports will be sent over our module itself.
Okay, so now that we understand that there are these key pillars, and there is an offer which is already procured, we have the target audience and everything. What we have spoken about looks like a lot of factors to be considered and to be configured. So how can a business go about solving the day-to-day or periodic operations that comes with configuring these offers so that the offers are reaching the right audience at the right time in the right manner?
So basically, our offer engine is built on 4 pillars. So first is it has to be agnostic, it has to be simple, and it has to be precise, and it also has to be scalable. So talking about agnostic, as a TSP, it is essential to maintain neutrality. So when you configure an offer, it is essential that whatever PGs you have, how many ever PGs you have, the offer has to be applied, and it has to be applied at one place so that your counters, your velocity checks, all your configurations happens at a single place. So our offer engine is agnostic, and you can configure at one place, and you can view all your analytics reports and everything at a single place. So next comes the simplicity. So while we have discussed the complexity of the constructs and how the flow works, right? So it also comes to a point where how will we expose it to the merchant so that anyone can come and configure. So our dashboard, whatever we have built right now, is being used by n number of teams within the merchant's organization. So it has been built in such a way that anyone can come and configure an offer, and you need not have any specialization to come and configure a particular offer construct. So this is irrespective of the construct, whatever it is. Then comes your scale. So over a period of last 2-3 years, our offer engine has evolved a lot. So the last 5 to 6 months, you have seen some merchants who configure 100 to 200, sometimes up to 500 offers per month. And every month, their operations team comes and sits for a week and then configure these offers. This we saw as a pain point, and we took it as an opportunity, and we built a bulk upload module. So through this module, they can configure offers in bulk, and they need not go and manually come and configure as every single offer. So this we saw a huge reduction in their operations, the time for configuring an offer from weeks to certain hours within a day. So this was a huge win for us. And then last comes the precise. With all these complex checks and complex use cases, it is 100% necessary to ensure that whatever checks the merchant has placed and whatever features which merchant is going to use an offer engine has to be 100% precise. Because as we discussed, it's more prone to abuse and frauds. So we have ensured that everything, whatever has been built, is 100% precise. Like for example, if you set a counter, budget counter saying it has to be applied up to your budget of 15 lakhs, above 15 lakhs offer won't be applied and offer will be automatically paused. So these kind of checks have been placed across the features whichever has been deployed in offer engine. Yeah.
So this is the overall budget you're saying at a merchant
Merchant left
from
for
the
the particular offer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is across, like irrespective of your budget, right? For example, if you want to do a customer level check and if you want to target only those 2 customers, so the checks are in place so that only those 2 customers can only see that offer. The other customers can't even see the offer, irrespective of what they try to do. So these checks are ensured that even if someone tries to come and try to do a MITM, this is not possible.
Okay, got it. See, you did mention about the agnosticism as one of the key pillars. Any specific reasons or any specific learnings that or any visibility that we could gather with respect to how, say, different PAs or different processors handle it differently, and that is the reason we had to, ensure that these are offers which are running across the ecosystem.
See, there are multiple things that we can solve through agnosticism, right? And actually, that is one of the core tenet of Juspay itself. We do that across all our products, including Offers Engine. So the one thing that we solve is for velocity checks. What happens is, let's say you're working with multiple payment gateways and you are running an offer on certain card bits. Now, you have to go through a very tedious process to make sure that you don't overshoot the budget, because every time a transaction happens at a different payment gateway, you have to consume that knowledge and then maybe check that bin out or reduce the overall budget by one.
Oh, the counters.
The counters.
Okay.
You have to manage that counters yourself, which becomes very complicated. Second problem that you face is in terms of reconciliation. Right? With Juspay, what happens is that the offer is applied, executed at Juspay's end, and even the reconciliation report is only provided by Juspay. So the merchant only consumes the report that Juspay provides for its entire reconciliation of the offer and does not have to maybe wait for multiple reports to do that. So that's where their life becomes much simpler and it is much easier for them to run complicated offer constructs as well, especially when we talk about cards, right? Payment instruments to talk about all of these, but especially one example could be cards where they run offers on specific bins. Now, merchants are not PCI DSS compliant. They cannot check the card number themselves. That falls with Juspay or other payment providers such as payment gateways. So the merchant is entirely dependent on to reduce each counter. The merchant is entirely dependent on the payment gateway. We take away that complication because we are consuming the card numbers, we are passing it back to the merchant, and we are registering it ourselves. So we are able to manage it end to end much better.
Got it. So this is one factor where velocity or the counters could get impacted. I think has there been a case, say for example, each payment gateway or aggregator have different constructs altogether?
Exactly. So when you're trying to run an offer via aggregator, so each aggregator would have their own system to run their offer. So you might not be able to do a precise check over, okay, if it is at, okay, if I have defined a constraint at this level, will the other aggregator also be able to do it at this level? So that precision will differ from PG to PG, and at the end of the day, your user experience also will be impacted due to that. So that is why we have kept this offer engine a layer above a PA or PG, so that it can, all these checks and balances can be done at one place, and it can be processed to that your transaction can go as a normal transaction to any other PA or PG.
Got it. Not dependent on a specific PAB.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. So what we're able to establish today is that having a robust offer engine is of utmost importance in this era more than ever before. And either businesses should design these frameworks in-house, or they should be partnering with the right TSPs who can bring in these fundamental frameworks along. And with this, the discoverability, the flexibility of, running multiple combination of offers should also tag along, right? That can, I mean, diversification is the thing that has to be kept in mind.
See, it's a typical build versus buy, but depending on each merchant, right? So, how much are you willing to build? Every time you create an offer construct, it's going to be different from what you did last. How much are you going to build? Are you going to iterate month on month for this? Or you can maybe buy it outside,
Partner with the
partner with some.
So, and building also takes time, right? So, for example, if you are a startup who are starting a business and you want to promote some products, immediately you want to do a promotion next week. So, you can't build something within a week. So, if you take the offer engine, since it's a no-code solution, you can directly plug in and play with the offers, and you can directly run your promotion for those products, and you can do launches, everything within that itself. And it need not be payment level specific also. You can run it as your own offer engine. Like if you want to run it across your products or your categories, you can keep it as is.
Got it. Okay, fair. Good discussion. I hope we've been able to, unfold little information, especially behind the scenes for, say, discounting and offers that a business goes through, in getting the right offers for the customers. Thank you, folks, for joining me today. It was an interesting discussion. Hope we've been able to bring out some information for our audiences. Look forward to much more such interactions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.